rise. Department 3 is now in session. The Honorable Patricia M. Lucas presiding. Please come to order and be seated.
My name is Patricia Lucas, and I have been a judge on the Santa Clara Superior Court for 19 years. I have worked with Naomi for about 12 years, a little more than 12 years, and I first met her in 2003 when I was a brand new judge. For many years before I went on the bench, I had done civil litigation as an attorney, and so I knew that area very well. Of course, when I was appointed, my first assignment was in the criminal division, and I hadn't practiced criminal law for a day. So I studied and I prepared, but you can't know everything when you first start. Very fortunately for me, I was able to work with an expert. Naomi knew criminal procedure thoroughly, and it was a great help to me to be paired with her as my clerk. I remember meeting Naomi and thinking, what a terrifically knowledgeable and loving person this is. And that turned out to be so true. Naomi dealt with the problem of me not knowing criminal procedure, and she was, as always, elegant and kind. So imagine if you're a clerk and the judge does something that's not right, the fee is wrong, or the terms of probation are not right. So you can imagine that a clerk might say, Judge, you can't do it that way, like in front of everybody. And Naomi never did that. She was very kind to me, patient. You can also imagine that a clerk might say nothing at all and say, well, that's the judge's problem if it's not quite right. Naomi didn't do that either. She was very conscientious and she cared about getting the right results. So what Naomi would do is lean over to me and quietly say, you don't want to do it that way. And I got it, and we got through it, but what I remember is that she was so kind to me and so conscientious about the job. Even in the long time that we worked together later in the civil division, I remember thinking each day how we would laugh together each day. A lot of the cases that we worked on were difficult and sad in a lot of ways, but Naomi was always sunshine in my workday. If I had to choose one word to describe Naomi, it would be courageous. Naomi was an expert in criminal procedure when we first met and worked together, but then I got transferred to civil, then I went to family. I kept in touch with her. I said, will you come over and work with me? And at first she said, you know, I know criminal, I'm good at it, I'm gonna stay here in the criminal division. But then when I was transferred back to criminal, we worked together for a couple of years doing felony trials, and then I was transferred back to civil. And by that point, Naomi thought about it again and made a different decision. And even though she was still concerned about not knowing civil as thoroughly as she knew criminal, she was willing to take a risk and came with me. And I remember that she told me that she learned every day when we worked together, and so she had the courage to reinvent herself as a clerk and work together with me in civil, and eventually she became as much of an expert in civil, and sure enough other clerks sought her out for help for them in doing their jobs. I miss laughing every day with Naomi, and I miss the sunshine of her presence. She was somebody that everybody recognized as a kind and loving person, and that came through whether you knew her well or you just met her. Naomi, congratulations on a very well-deserved retirement. You're a role model for people in retirement as you were at your work, always learning, climbing up Mission Peak every day, and I hope and I'm sure that our friendship will continue.